podcaster Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's. At one time, what do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now?
Stop.
Well, things just keep getting weirder. Turns out Turning Point USA is paying influencers to attack Candace Owens.
Because she is rising to the top, Candace, with a power and an influence that's ungodly. Nobody ever saw this coming. It's almost immediately.
What happens when a single person's voice dares to ask questions about the woman at the top of one of America's most powerful organizations? You see, over the past week, social media has been flooded with conservative influencers who once stood alongside Candace Owens, suddenly calling her the exact same names. Pure evil. A demon straight from the bowels of hell. And they were all using identical language, with timings that looked synchronized. But here's the twist. Leaked Turning Point USA emails revealed that all those influencers were paid to launch this attack. We are talking about scripted talking points, coordinated releases, a machine designed to do one thing: silence the messenger by overwhelming her with noise. But the attacks aren't just about words. They were about burying something Candace Owens has been uncovering in her series Bride of Charlie. Questions about Erika Kirk's past that don't add up, years that seem to have vanished from her biography, and now whispers of something even darker, connections to military and intelligence sectors through Erika's own mother. So tonight, join me as we examine Erika's role in these coordinated attacks. And let's try to answer the question TPUSA doesn't want answered. What is Erika Kirk so desperate to hide? And just how much money is she willing to spend to keep it buried?
The new CEO of Turning Point USA.
My husband's dead. I'm not trying to be morbid, but he's dead.
It's weird to say excited.
Describes her husband's funeral as the event of the century. Merch, hats.
We have 50,000 plus hat orders.
Nobody knows why she's out there in a glittering pantsuit in a recreated tent that her husband tragically was murdered in, throwing merch out.
Everyone grieves differently, so if someone's acting weird, don't read into that.
There is a playbook used by powerful institutions when they feel threatened. It is old and very effective. And according to a growing pile of evidence, that same playbook is now being used against Candace Owens. Ever since Charlie Kirk died, his best friend, Candace Owens, has been the loudest voice advocating for more transparency into his assassination because, according to her and most of the people online, a lot of things surrounding his death simply didn't add up. Now, this in turn has led Candace Owens down a path spanning months and an endless heap of videos trying to uncover the truth. And amidst all the red flags and official stories that didn't add up, one name kept popping up in Candace's investigations: Charlie's own wife, Erika.
Straight to jail, for questioning at least Erika. Look, I have seen enough, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen enough. Erika Kirk should be dragged into a police precinct for questioning. Seen this morning that the amount of evidence that is now piling up, I would say against Erika Kirk, is almost akin to an NBC Dateline episode.
Candace dug up so many secrets about Erika that she announced an entire docu-series exposing her.
Was in Constanta the epicenter of Romania's trafficking scandal.
Weird conversations to have with a 15-year-old. I'm gonna touch your butt.
$8.6 million to their own shell company.
What is going on?
We have nothing to hide. My aunt used to tell me, never do something that you don't want on the front page of a newspaper.
Anyways, mere hours after Candace Owens released the trailer for her new docu-series exposing Erika Kirk, a leaked internal email began circulating. It appeared to come from inside Turning Point USA, and it contained a simple yet chilling instruction: shut down Candace's latest smear. Action needed tonight. The email was allegedly sent out to various conservative influencers that Turning Point works with, and it contained very detailed instructions to label Candace Owens as evil and demonic. And they were to push this narrative everywhere, and they were to make it stick. And within a couple of hours, the attack was launched, and the influencers wasted no time. Dan Bongino called for physical violence, saying Owens deserved the little licks of the flames of hell on every inch of your body.
I don't want you. Nobody else wants you here. The people who watch this show don't want you here. Same people, and that is a majority of us, hate your guts. We don't want you. Fuck self. You demonic fuck.
Ben Shapiro dropped a video with the title, Candace Owens is Evil.
Sick and evil Candace Owens has now released a trailer for her new series attacking Erika Kirk, the widow.
Shapiro spent the entire video accusing her of profiting from Charlie Kirk's murder, but the language he used was identical to that of Dan Bongino. And they were not the only two. Countless more influencers sent out tweets all calling Candace evil and demonic. And the timing of all of this was synchronized in a matter of minutes. Numerous people with huge platforms all just started attacking Candace. And it all happened just as the public was about to see what Candace had uncovered.
Guys, I'm going to say this. I have never seen social media, particularly X, like I've seen it today. Everything is anti-Candace. People that I've never seen, never heard of, never even cared to follow or engage with. People that I haven't even never even seen their accounts. All of a sudden, all over my For You page. And the messaging is all the same. Like, you would think that email is real, and I would say maybe the email itself is not real, maybe the email itself is not authentic, but that's exactly what's happening. So I mean, the point of it actually is, I mean, the language is all the same. Candace Owens is a demon. She's vile.
But here is where this story takes a shocking turn. YouTuber Matt Wallace came forward publicly and stated that he was offered money, actual cash, to say negative things about Candace Owens, and he declined. And his refusal has pulled back the curtain on an operation that runs deeper than anyone suspected. Who, according to sources, ordered and financed this campaign? Erika Kirk herself. Think about what that means. The widow of Charlie Kirk, the leader of Turning Point USA, is allegedly paying influencers to spread a coordinated narrative. Erika is allegedly came up with a machine built to destroy one woman's credibility. And all the while, Erika has publicly stated that addressing Candace's conspiracy theories is a waste of time, that she prefers to focus on building what Charlie left behind. But here is the irony that no amount of paid influencers can erase. The smear campaign did not silence Candace Owens. If anything, it amplified her. Her docu-series has exploded. Over 7.3 million views in just 2 days. The first episode alone pulled nearly 5 million views. Subsequent episodes are climbing faster than anyone predicted. It seems like every paid attack, every coordinated tweet, every call for violence, all drove more eyes to the series Erika wanted buried. The narrative has slipped from their control. And now, insiders say Erika and Turning Point USA are panicking, watching as millions of people see exactly what they tried to hide. Now, Candace Owens' docu-series has done what no investigation before it could. It has pulled back the curtain on the parts of Erika Kirk's life she worked hardest to hide. And at the center of it all is a mystery that has haunted those who knew her for nearly 2 decades. In 2007, Erika Kirk won a pageant crown. She was young, visible, and building a public profile. Then suddenly, she vanished. For 8 months, she reportedly went into hiding. She locked herself away, and she saw only her family and her pastor's wife. Now, Candace Owens points out something crucial. During these 8 months, Erika was still an active college student. She wasn't traveling the world. She wasn't ill. She was simply absent from public life. But the question is, why? You see, Erika's mother, Lori France, is not a typical pageant mom. She runs multiple companies, E3 Tech, AZTE, and G Tech, that work on projects at the highest levels of national security. We are talking about things like border protection, semiconductors, disaster prediction, dual fuel vehicle technology, even experiments for NASA's Mars missions. And one of Lori's companies has been contracted with Rayon, which partnered with Israel's Rafael to build the Iron Dome missile defense system. The same system Donald Trump in 2025 proposed as the model for America's Golden Dome defense. Owens theorized that Erika's missing year was not a breakdown. It was training, preparation to become something more than a pageant queen, an asset, a honeypot, positioned for a purpose that would only become clear years later. After resurfacing, Erika launched the Romanian Angels Initiative, a charity aimed at helping orphans in Romania, and it was allegedly done in partnership with the U.S. Army and Marine Corps. Noble work on the surface. But the partnership came with a man named Colonel Otto Buscher, a man who was later accused of running a brothel involving young children. Lori France established the Every Everyday Heroes Foundation in Arizona. From it, the Romanian Angels Project was spun off. The same project, the same children, the same military connections, and the same dark allegations that have never been fully investigated. Anyway, it seems that behind every scandal involving Erika Kirk lies a question that no one has been able to answer. Where did the money go? Turning Point USA is a non-profit organization. It pulls in hundreds of millions of dollars in donations every year, and because of its non-profit status, it pays no federal income tax on that money. But here's the question that Charlie Kirk himself wanted answered before he died. Where is it all going? Charlie sensed irregularities. He requested a full financial audit of the organization he built. He wanted to know where the money was flowing, who was controlling it, and whether the donors who trusted him were being misled. He died before that audit could be completed. Now, Candace Owens' investigation is threatening to expose not just Erika's personal secrets, but the financial dealings of the entire organization. The missing years in Erika's past, the military connections, the Romanian orphanage, the coordinated attacks against anyone who asks questions, and underneath it all, the money. Always the money. The attacks against Owens failed. The coordinated smear campaign, the paid influencers, and the calls for violence all backfired. Instead of silencing her, they amplified her. Instead of burying the story, they drove millions to watch it. The docu-series has now been seen by millions. And as Owens continues to dig deeper, the stakes rise. More revelations will come, more connections will be drawn, more powerful people will find themselves in the spotlight they tried so hard to avoid. This unfolding story is a testament to the power of investigative media. One woman with cameras and questions took on an organization backed by millions of dollars and coordinated attacks, and she is winning. But the story is not over. The audit Charlie requested remains unfinished. The money trail remains murky. The missing years remain unexplained. The military connections remain unexplored. The public awaits further disclosures that could reshape perceptions of Erika Kirk, of Turning Point USA, and of the powerful interests that have circled around them for years. The question is no longer whether Candace Owens will be silenced. The question is how much more she will find and who will be left standing when she does. The money, the missing years, the military connections, the coordinated attacks. This is not a story about one woman. It is a story about power, who holds it, who hides it, and what happens when someone finally pulls back the curtain. We will be here for every revelation. Let me know what you think about this story in the comments. Till next time, bye.